Now, this is the point, though. Nobody is suggesting in Australia you're going to have a grid that's sort of 90% powered by nuclear or even 75% like France. There will be other forms of energy, including renewables. But because you have such a sparse grid anyway, and it's getting even more spread out because of the addition of transmission and renewables, you must have, what, 30%, 40% of baseload power to keep it stable. Now, so if we don't have coal-fired generation there, we don't want fossil fuels to be burnt, the only option to do that is nuclear. Otherwise, don't we end up in the situation like Spain and Portugal this week, where the system tripped out and they can't even restart it because they have too many renewables?
Yeah, that's a really great point, because I think that's the fear we've all come to this open letter with, is that what happened in Spain and Portugal this week is a really great example of what happens when you have dominance of renewables on a grid. The electricity system just doesn't have the frequency control in place to keep that reliable power generation if something changes within the grid. So here in this instance, there were slight temperature controls apparently that caused the system to trip. And because renewables are so unreliable in how much energy they generate and put into the system, that frequency fluctuates. We at the moment rely on coal to give us that energy stability in our grids. And so if we do have fluctuations from our wind or solar generation, it's okay, because coal is there to give us that inertia to keep the system going so it doesn't just cut out and leave us with nothing. And so when we see figures like 82% renewables on an Australian grid, the fear is that we will not have enough baseload energy there to prop up that grid when it does have fluctuations.
That is the great fear indeed. Thanks so much for explaining that to us, Jasmin. I appreciate it. Jasmin Diab there from Global Nuclear Security Partners Australia.